Welcome back. Now we're making this level. Now we start off with a SMG, and you can see by the green color that it's of the common rarity. And if you take a look at the weapons folder, in base weapon, we have our base weapon BP, and our base weapon starts off doing 30 damage, and that's kind of a lot. So I think I'd like to go into our data table. Let's go into our data table folder, go into our weapon data table. Oh, I guess I was looking at ammo. For the damage amount, I think I'd like to set this to a lower value. So for damage, I'd like to set this to 10. For headshot damage, I'd like to set it to 15. And for the assault rifle, let's go down and set this to a higher value. So I'd say 15 is good for damage and headshot can be 20. And then of course for the pistol, I think this should be a little bit less damage. Let's make the pistol damage maybe, we'll go with 8 damage, and for headshot damage, we'll go with 12. Now for the base weapon, I'd like to set the default weapon type to pistol. That way the player starts off with a bit weaker of a weapon. So if we hit play, now we have a pistol, and it does a lot less damage. So we can pick off these enemies, but we're going to use a lot more ammo, and it's going to do less damage. Now, this means we're going to need to place some ammo pickups in the world. So let's go to our ammo, and here's our ammo 9mm BP. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, and for this one, I'm going to call it ammo AR. This way we'll have the two different types of ammo. And for ammo AR, you'll see that self doesn't work because we need to go up to our class settings, and for the parent class, I'm going to have to set the parent to ammo 9mm BP, and now it works because now it's based on that other ammo blueprint. Now for the mesh, ammo mesh, I'm going to select AR_small. And now we have some shells here, and this way we can place some shells in the level when we want to use that AR weapon type. Now for ammo AR self, we're going to set the ammo type to assault rifle, and for the ammo icon texture, we need to set this to AR ammo, and for item name, we need to set this to AR ammo, and for item count, we can set this to 30. Now we're setting all these things manually, but you do know how we can create a data table to set these things automatically in the construction script or on construction in C++, and then we could simply change the ammo type and change all these variables accordingly. I leave that as a challenge to you. You can do that if you like, and you can use this series as a guide because we do this for the weapon type and the rarity type. So we have AR ammo. We've sort of nerfed our gun damage. I'm going to go ahead and save that weapon data, and I'm going to save the base weapon BP. So now we have the pistol type as the default, and I'm going to need to add some ammo pickups to the world here. So let's go ahead and go into our ammo folder and drag out some ammo 9mm BP objects, and I'm going to just scatter them throughout the level here. Now I'm going to drag the one in, and I'm just going to make sure that it works by killing a couple enemies and picking up some ammo and making sure that we have ammo. Now we have 20, and I can reload. It looks like I aggroed someone, so I'm going to have to do some combat here. And now you can see that we're having a bit harder of a time killing these things because we nerfed the guns. So now the stakes are a little higher. So it all just depends on how hard you want the game to be. Now, just having one ammo here wasn't enough to get through this first courtyard, so I'm going to add a couple of ammos here. Actually, I'm going to bring one over to this corner, and I'll probably place another one in this corner, and I'll probably place another couple of ammos here, and one here, like so, and probably it'll be a good idea to place a couple up here as well. Now, in this corner, I placed a gun, and this gun is going to be a pistol. So let's search for weapon type, and we have pistol here. And for the damage, I'd like to set this pistol to have a higher damage value, say something like 12 for damage and 16 for headshot damage. And I'm going to set its rarity to a higher rarity. So instead of common, let's set it to uncommon. And that way you can tell that it's going to do more damage. Now, again, this is something that you would probably want to affect with your data table. For example, for a particular value for the item rarity, we might want to add an amount to the damage. So I leave that as an exercise for the student as well. Figure out how you can have an amount that you add to the damage based on the item rarity. For example, if the weapon is uncommon, then the base damage can have 5 added to it. And if it's a rare weapon, then the base damage can have 8 or 10 added to it, and so on. Now, this is a pistol. So by the time the character reaches this pistol, they're going to be pretty grateful to have a new type of weapon that does more damage. So already I've ran out of ammo, so I'm going to need to pick some up, reload, and make sure that I can get away from and kill these creatures here. And I need to make it all the way up to this pistol, and now I have something that can do more damage. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty challenging because we don't even have any automatic weapons yet. I still need more ammo, so I'm going to pick up some more here and reload. Okay, so I'm seeing that I'm going to need a lot more ammo. Either that or I probably shouldn't have nerfed the damage so much for the weapons. So this is an iterative process. You're, of course, going to tweak the values until you have something that works cohesively, and you're going to add more ammo pickups as you go. I think we do need a lot more ammo pickups in here if this game is going to be very fun. So I'm going to add some ammo here. And I think that by the time the player reaches this little archway here, this is a good spot to reward the player with a new weapon. So I think I'm going to go to the weapons folder, and I'm going to place maybe a submachine gun here. So let's go to base weapons, bring out a base weapon here. I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to set its rarity to probably common or uncommon, one of the two. And for its weapon type, I'm going to set it to submachine gun. And of course, if we're going to put a weapon here, I think we should put some ammo. So I'm going to put about, 2 or 3 ammo pickups here next to the gun, maybe 4. And that way the player will be able to reload and have lots of ammo. Okay, so once the player reaches this point, there should be some more enemies here, and this should start getting a little bit harder. So I'm going to drag in a lot more ammo here, maybe a couple on each side, maybe a couple scattered throughout. And another thing I think I'd like to do is put some health. So we have our health folder, and by the time the character gets up past the second tier, we're going to probably need some health. So I think a good spot for a health pickup would probably be somewhere over here. And I'm going to turn snapping to 100 and just drag it up by 1 snap increment. That way, wherever we put a health pickup, we can just snap it up by 1 increment and it'll be the same level. I'm going to place another health pickup here and possibly another couple of health pickups down here. And then I think a good place for a couple of health pickups and some ammo would be the statue here. So I'm going to place a health pickup here, another one on the other side, and some more ammo. So let's put about 2 or 3, and then maybe 2 or 3 on the other side as well. I'll put 2. And I think I'll go ahead and place some more health scattered throughout this room. Now this room is going to need some enemies as well, so let's go ahead and take a look at what other enemies we have, because we now have a more powerful weapon, which means we're going to need to put some more powerful enemies. So let's go to the enemies folder, let's go to Grux, And I think we have our next class of Grux enemies. I believe they will be Grux War Chief. So we can take a Grux War Chief and place it here. Hit end and bring it down. And I'm going to put its patrol points. I'm going to put one patrol point over here and the other patrol point in here on this side of the arches. Now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this Grux and bring another one over here. And I'll go ahead and duplicate this Grux again and put another one over here and bring its patrol point in so that it patrols back and forth. And I'll copy this Grux one more time and bring this one over here. Now, aside from the War Chiefs, we also have Grux Chestplate. I'm going to drag a couple of those guys in here. So let's get this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and set its patrol points. And I'm going to duplicate this dude and have his patrol points as well. Now, I'm leaving these Grux characters to have larger aggro spheres because by the time we get into this section, things are going to get a bit harder. Now, this is a good opportunity to place some more powerful weapons, perhaps a more rare pistol or even an AR. So let's go ahead and go into our weapons folder, go to base weapon, and drag one out here. And for the weapon, I'm going to set snapping to 50 and bring it up by 1. Rotate it by a little bit. And I'm going to set this one to pistol, but I want the rarity to be rare. So there's a pistol. Let's add some pistol ammo around here. And we can even start to give these pistol ammos higher values for the ammo amount. So for item count, we can set these to higher values like 30. And for this one, I'm going to set it to 25. And it looks like this one found its way halfway through the ground. So I'm going to just raise these up a little and just put them onto the ground. So now we have a new pistol here. Let's go ahead and put a couple more health pickups. So again, I have the health in its own health folder here outside of the game folder. Probably could have moved that, and you can move that into the game folder if you like. But I'm going to move this health here. I'm going to turn snapping to 100 so I can bring it up. Turn snapping on for rotation. I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one here. So there's a bunch of Grux enemies here. I'm also going to want to put maybe a couple of even more powerful enemies from the Grux folder. Let's look at Grux Beetle Red and see what we gave it for its health. We gave it 400, and Grux Molten, let's see what we gave it for the health. We gave it 425, so Grux Beetle Red is more powerful. Maybe we can place a Grux Beetle Red right here in this courtyard. And of course, these are going to take some experimentation to know, just how much is too much for the character, considering how much ammo they have, how much health they have. But I'm going to have this Grux Beetle Red here. And of course, we got these little chimeras that we can drag in as well. For example, we've got the Chimera Snake Killer. Let's see what the health is for these. Most of these chimeras are pretty weak, so we can sort of put in some variety here. I'm going to put a Chimera Snake Killer in here. And I'm going to put its patrol points just to sort of patrol back and forth here. And I'm going to copy this Chimera Snake Killer, bring it over here, and move this patrol point in like that. Now I'm going to stick another Chimera. Let's look at Chimera Bingle. It has a health of 120. So I'm going to stick another couple of chimeras up here. I'm going to stick the Chimera Bangle here and just keep its patrol points tight. And I'm going to copy this one over. I think that's pretty good. And I'm going to also add some ammo in this corner as well. So there's about 2 or 3 ammo pickups. Let's put about 4 actually. And I'm also going to put about 3, 4, 5 ammo pickups in this corner. And I think it's a good idea to put them in a location that the player can sort of start learning to expect them in. So if you're always putting ammo in these little corners and hideaways, then the character is going to be incentivized to explore these little corners and look for the ammo pickups and look for those health pickups. And also, you kind of want to put other weapons as well, just to sort of make the player feel like there are rewards waiting if they explore. So I'm going to stick another base weapon in this corner. And for this one, I'm going to set the weapon type to submachine gun. I'm going to set the rarity to rare. And finally, I'm going to add a new type of weapon here. I'm going to make this one an AR. And so if you've made it this far and you get this AR, then you're a little more equipped. And so let's go ahead and set the weapon type to assault rifle. And we're going to add some AR ammo here. And that way, by the end of this, we'll have been sort of rewarded by having a more powerful type of weapon. So we're going to need lots of AR ammo. So why don't we put a whole bunch of them here? So lots of AR ammo. And I think I'm going to add a couple more health pickups as well. So let's go ahead and bring those in. And let's go ahead and put some health pickups in the corners here too. Just like that. Now, if we kill this one, we're going to need some more ammo. So let's put some ammo and health pickups in these corners here. And this is going to help out the character immensely. And I'm going to go ahead and stick a whole bunch of ammo pickups in each corner. So let's go into our ammo folder. We'll put some 9mm and some AR in both corners. So there's some AR. Put some AR in this corner, as well as some 9mm. And we'll put some at the base of the stairs as well. That's another good spot to look for goodies. And we'll place some here at the base of this one as well. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's go ahead and play test this and see how it feels. I'm going to go ahead and kill these first few. We're going to need these 2 ammo pickups here. I'm going to reload, try to get some headshots in, save some ammo. Oop. It's already looking pretty hard. So let's go ahead and take care of these enemies. I'm going to need some ammo soon. It looks like I'm on my last clip. Oh, there we go. And this guy is last. Got him. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and pick up this weapon. I think I could use some more. Oh, I need some health. There we go. Could use some more ammo. There we go. This is intense. It's hard to talk and play at the same time. Okay, I'm switching to this gun. Let's go ahead and kill these dudes. Oh. Almost dead. Oh, and they killed me. Okay, so that's pretty challenging. So yeah, I think it's doable if you don't mess around. I think if I go ahead and rush over to the automatic weapon and pick that up and pick up enough ammo, then I should be able to take care of most of these. So there's the weapon. I'm going to go ahead and take out a bunch of these. Oh, and there's the Grux. Ooh, I might have made this too hard. Okay, last 30 rounds. Oh, this ammo goes fast. But with headshots, it's not so bad. And it also, killed me. It also teaches you to conserve your ammo. So yeah, it's looking like it's a little harder. I might have nerfed the weapons too much. That's okay. So overall, the game is looking pretty good. In the next video, we'll continue tweaking values until we have a pretty good balance. All right, I'll see you in the next video.